Hello students, today in your algebra class we're going to be working on exploring numbers and adding real numbers. So the purpose is that at the end of this lesson you should be able to identify types of numbers and add real numbers. So to start, I want you to copy down this table as we go through it. So we're going to go ahead and start by defining our numbers, starting from the very smallest portion, which is natural numbers. So if I were to ask you to count, and just think about that. If I were to ask you to count, you would start off with, I'm hoping or I'm guessing you probably started off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because these are the numbers that come most naturally. Therefore, natural numbers are going to be 1, 2, 3, etc. Whole numbers are going to be natural numbers plus 0, because whole numbers let us know how many wholes or parts of a whole, or in this case just whole numbers that we have. So that would include 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. So notice the difference between natural and whole. Whole includes a 0, natural doesn't. Integers are just like whole numbers, but they include negatives as well. So -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. And the integers goes negatively as well. Rational numbers are numbers that can be put into a fraction of whole numbers, or a fraction of integers rather. Irrational numbers is the easiest definition because they are numbers that are not rational. So now we're going to move on to adding real numbers. Adding real numbers is a fairly simple task. It's just extremely important that we kind of use this little table that I've set up for you. Now, before we start, we need to talk about what an inverse property of addition is. So inverse is a fancy word for opposite. So for every real number n, there is an additive inverse -n such that n plus -n equals 0. Basically what that means in English is that if we have a number, the additive inverse, so the opposite of that number, will make it so it's equal to 0. So 5, the additive inverse of 5 is -5, and that obviously when you add them up is 0. Then we created this table. It says, are you adding numbers with the same sign? If your answer is yes, you move to the left. If it's no, you move to the right. Now if you had said yes, it says to add numbers with the same value, same sign, we add their values. The sum has the same sign as their add-ins. So in English, what that means is that we have -4 and -5. Notice how both of them have the same sign and they're both negative. So we add up their values. 4 plus 5 is 9. And we keep their signs. So the signs of both of them are negative, so we have -9. It says to add two numbers with different signs, find the difference of their absolute values. The sum has the same sign as the add-in with a greater absolute value. So in English, it means if the signs are different, we're going to subtract them. And then we're going to keep the sign of the larger number. So we have 2 and 8. Obviously, they have different signs. One's positive, one's negative. So we're going to subtract. So 8 minus 2 is 6. But because the larger number here, 8, is a negative, we're going to say it's -6. Now it's your turn. Try to solve these 3 problems and write these down on your notes. That's all for now. I'll see you guys next time.